Hello everyone and welcome back to our video tutorial series. In this video we'll be discussing how to create and set up payment options for your customers to choose from when checking out on your website. Okay, so to get into this or to get started, of course you want to log into your account, and first thing you'll see is your dashboard here, and from here you want to click on My Settings. Okay, My Settings is going to take you to the Store tab and give you some other options. Of course, the one that applies here is the payment options. So click into here and you can see some different choices here. Now, in some other videos we've talked about how to set up payment processing through gateways, merchant accounts, PayPal, and so on and so forth. If you haven't watched those videos, you want to be sure to watch those in conjunction with this video to make sure you're getting your entire checkout process set up just the way you'd like it, and just make sure everything's correct in that. But in this video we're going to skip down to the bottom here where it says Site Payment Options. Okay. Now when you create a merchant account or PayPal processing option up here, it will automatically create a credit card payment option in the checkout for you. And that's just natural, of course. If somebody wants to set up a gateway or a merchant account or a PayPal processing solution, the only way those are going to work is through a credit card payment. So our system takes care of that for you to make it convenient. But let's say you might want to offer other options, like allowing people to be invoiced and pay later, or maybe you want to allow people to pay through what we call an electronic check. There can be various different things or ways of allowing people to pay on your checkout, and credit card doesn't have to be the only one. Now, if it is, that's fine, and of course 98 or 99% of websites, that's all they offer. Of course, you've got the gift certificates and the budget type payments that exist, and our system can handle that as well. We actually talk about those in some other videos too. But in this particular case, what I want to do is assume that on your site maybe you've got two different payment options, okay, just as examples. One is a credit card payment, which we've already got set up here, and we'll go over that. And then the other one is maybe you're going to allow certain people to be invoiced and pay later. So if you want to add a new payment option in your checkout, first thing you're going to do is click the Add New Payment Option button. You're going to get a little window pop up here, and you're going to select what type of payment option you want to offer. Credit card's already there, so we're going to skip that this time. E-check, we talked about, that's electronic check. Less popular or less common, so we're going to skip that and just go to net terms. Now what net terms mean is you're giving people terms. You're allowing to pay the net amount of the order later, okay? And so that's just a term used in the financial world, and maybe it's something you guys are familiar with, maybe not, but that's what it means, is you're going to let them pay later. Okay, so you're going to give this, I'm going to give this a name of invoice later, okay? And after that, and this is the name the customers will see when they're checking out. It's something they'll be able to select from, okay? So you want to give it a name that not just means something to you, but is also something your customer will relate to as well. And then we have an option here if you've set up customer levels in your system, which isn't very common, but if you have, you can make it so this payment option is only available to certain customer access levels. And then you have some checkboxes here. Do you want to hide the billing info in the checkout? What that means is, do you even want to ask for their billing information? Where we're invoicing later, it doesn't really make sense to ask for their billing information, because you don't need their billing address, you don't need their billing phone number, those kind of things, because you're just going to send them, maybe an email or something. Now, you may mail them something, and you do want that, so it's up to you, but this will hide that billing address and so on and so forth in the checkout, whether so that they don't have to fill it out, and whether you need that or not will be up to you, but you can hide it here. Add to all new users. What this means is when you add a new payment option, as customers come to your sites and register for accounts, do you want them to automatically get this payment option? Now on the credit card one, that's usually a yes. Yeah, everyone that registers gets the option to pay by credit card. But not everyone necessarily you would want to give the option to pay later here through invoice later. So you'd probably not check that in our example here and just keep that unchecked, okay? So that you're only assigning this to people that you want to have it. And I'll show you how to do that at the end of this tutorial. Okay. Then, as the things you want to add is for an input field. You want the customer to have to be able to type something in. Maybe you want them to know what their birthday is. You know, who knows? And you can specify it's a 5 row box by 10 columns or something. You know, it's up to you. Maybe you don't want that, so just leave all that blank. It's up to you. You can make require that they type certain text in. Maybe you give them a password or something and say, hey, you can be invoiced later if you enter in this particular password. You put it down here, say require certain text, and then you could give them a discount, you know, based off of their order or something like that. You know, so there's several options here. Not all of them are used. In fact, most of the time, most of these are not used, but they're here for your convenience if you want to use them. Okay, so generally, you're just going to select the term, give it a name, whether or not to add to all new users, and then insert. Okay. Now once you insert down here towards the bottom again, I'm going to collapse this so we can see everything a little better. It'll put it right here for you. Okay, and you're done. Now you can either down the road assign to all customers. Say later you think, yeah, everybody can have this. You could just easily assign it to all your customers by checking this box. Or if you messed up and you don't want people to have it, you could select remove from all. Either way, you're going to get a pop-up to verify that that's what you want to do before you do it. So, you know, you got a little safety net there in case you accidentally hit the wrong button. Now, if you edit the payment option, and I'm going to go ahead and edit this credit card one, you can change the name, you can change everything in here if you need to, and you can of course delete it using these X's down here. Now, in this case, the credit card button, credit card option was not added to all new users, so I'm going to update that because we want it to be. And maybe that happened by accident, and now there's a bunch of users in the site or system that don't have credit card as a payment option. It's very easily remedied. Simply click Assign to All, say OK. Now all customers in your system have credit card payment option, and if we click on Edit, you can see that now any new customers will also be getting that payment option as well, just by default. Now let's say you want to give this option to a specific customer. Say it's the invoice later. So what we would do is we'd go to the CRM. Okay, let's click on the CRM tab up there. And then we'll go into our customers. And we're just going to look at this demo customer right here. I'm going to click Edit. And then right down here I have the option to give them different payment options. See under Terms? So I'm going to say I want you to have invoice later. It turned off credit card 1. So how do you remedy that? You just hold down the Control key and then click Select, and now you get them both. The other way is you could click and drag. Either way, we're going to give this person, because he's our friend or we know him or we trust him, an invoice later payment option. Click Update, and now that customer has that payment option. Okay, we can go back to Store, My Settings, and Payment Options, which is where we were before. So that's how you can assign payment options to customers individually, to all, to remove from all, edit, and add. That should cover everything. Once you've got some of these added, feel free to go to your site, check out, make sure they're available to you, that you've done things the way you want them to be done. And of course, if you have any questions, you can always ask us a question here on the Support tab, or contact your customer service or support rep directly for more information. Again, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you on the next video.